Welcome to your CDL skills test. This is the first thing that you're going to do. It's going to be the air brakes test. This will cover both class A and B. There's just a minor difference. I'll highlight those once we're inside the cab. Then when you show up for your skills test, you meet your examiner and he tells you to begin when you're ready. The very first thing you're going to do is you're going to say, I'm going to start with my air brakes test. First, I'm going to chalk the wheels. If you wouldn't mind joining me inside, I'll be right with you. You take your key. You're going to come on over and open this up. Some trucks are going to have a key on the side box. On the Volvo, you're going to pull this ring right here and hold it. Lift at the same time. You can put the key around your neck. And grab the chocks. Chalk these any way you like. I just put them on the inside of both tires. You can leave this door open. Okay, I'll meet you inside. Okay, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and start with our air brakes tests. The first thing we're going to do is a safe start. No, you don't have to wear your seatbelt during this test, but some trucks out there are going to beep at you, so you might as well just put it on, get in the habit of putting on your seatbelt. You take your key, which needs to be with you at all times during the test. You're going to go ahead and perform a safe start. First thing you're going to do is put the key in the ignition, and you're going to watch for your ABS lights and call those out for the examiner. So you say, I'm going to perform a safe start. You put the key into the on position. And I can see both my ABS lights there for the truck and the trailer have come on and shut off. I also noticed on the side of the trailer, on the driver's side, that the ABS light did turn on and shut off. Secondly, you're going to make sure the range is clear, so you just say the range is clear. Also, my brakes are set. I am in neutral, and then you start the engine. Now, air compressors only engage below 100 psi. Chances are your truck's going to be above that. So what you want to do is pump your brakes just a couple times, as much as you need, just slowly, and you can see the needles are going down, and they are, for the primary and secondary tanks, they are below 100. And that engages the air compressor. You then say, I'm going to high idle and engage the air compressor. I can see that both of my needles for the primary and secondary tank are moving. So the air compressor is working. Now I'm listening for the governor. There it is. It does help to crack your window so you can hear that. You can let off the throttle and then you say the governor did cut out between 120 and 140 psi, so that test has passed, or that is working correctly. Then you do three things right away to prepare yourself for the air leakage test. Push these in. My wheels are chalked, so it's not going to move. Engine off, and ignition back on, so our gauges have some power. Then you wait for all the hissing to stop, all the pops. Just wait for everything to settle down. Okay, the hissing has stopped, so it has finished pressurizing the system. I'm going to put my foot on the brake, about a third of the way down, 25 psi if you have that gauge, but just firmly press on the brake, and then you say, I'm applying firm pressure on the brake. And if you wouldn't mind, examiner, count 1 minute for me. If you have a watch, you can count yourself. You don't move your foot, and you're watching your needles. And you shouldn't lose more than 4 psi in 1 minute. A minute goes by, and you say, I have not lost more than 4 psi in that minute, so the test has passed. Once again, that's the air leakage test. Okay, you take your foot off the brake, and then you say, I'm going to perform the next test, which is the low pressure warning devices and buzzer test. And for this one, you're going to pump your brakes all the way down, all the way up, approximately 6-7 times. And you're looking for a couple lights to appear. So I'm going to go all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait for it. I got one light. I'm going to do it again. And 2 lights. Both my low pressure warning lights have appeared on the primary and secondary tank respectively. There's also a warning light on the dash. And so that has passed because both of those warning lights came on before I reached 55 psi. All right? So then the next test is going to be the emergency brake test. It's where these pop out. They should either pop out at the same time, or the trailer brake, which is this red one, would come out first. And then what you do, you don't touch anything, but what you do is you just pump your brakes vigorously until both of those pop out. And make sure you keep your eyes on these. All right, as you can see, they both popped out. They did pop out between 20 and 45 psi, so that passed. Additionally, the trailer brake did come out just a split second before the parking brakes. That's working perfectly. All right, so those are the big 3. The acronym we use is ALE, A-L-E, so it's air leakage test, low pressure warning test, emergency brake test. Those have to be done in order, just like that, to be able to pass your air brakes test. You also have to do your tug tests and then your service brake test, and we do those right now. First, what I'm going to do is start the vehicle. Then I'm going to hop outside and unchock the wheels. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Wheels are unchocked. And as you can hear, that's the low pressure warning buzzer, so that is working correctly. You need to say that as well. And we're going to high idle. Build some air pressure. And we only need to build air pressure up to about 100 psi. That'll allow us to release our brakes, or spring brakes, and we'll be able to move the vehicle to perform our tug test. You can go to governor cutout if you want, it's just not necessary. All right, I can see I'm at 100 psi, so I can get going on this. I'm going to put my foot on the brake, put it in drive, and I'm going to go ahead and push in the trailer brake, release it. The parking brake is still set, and so I'm going to now do a tug test on the parking brake. Hands on the wheel, just get a little bit of throttle, just get it to tug a little bit like that. It held, so it passed. Reverse the buttons, so push in the yellow one, pull out the red one. Now I'm going to tug on the trailer brake, same thing, same process. Okay, that held great. So that trailer brake held and that passed. Now I'm going to do the service brake test. I'm going to go 5 miles an hour, both hands on the wheel, get on the brakes, and the truck should not veer to the left or right, and it should stop. So I'm going to push this in, release my trailer brake. I'm going to keep it still in drive and go 5 miles an hour. All right, it stopped. It didn't veer to the left or the right, so that test passed. Okay, so when you're done, you set your brakes, and then you would move on to the in-cab inspection. That'll be the next video that we put up for you. But I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that helps. Again, it is very important that you get this 100% because it's the first thing you're going to do, and it's a pass-fail situation. So you want to be able to perform it just like that to pass your test. All right, thank you for watching.